Hi everyone, this is Killshot from 99 Gaming, and this is Fear the Walking Dead Sunday spoiler chat. We have got some good stuff to go over tonight. Tonight's episode is going to be ridiculously good. Waiting for a few more people to pop in here, but got some spoilers for you guys. So just the prelude to the video. You guys know how we do things here. If you're not into spoilers, do not watch. I'm going to give you some exact things that are going to happen tonight. Going to give you a little bit of extra knowledge that you wouldn't find anywhere else. So stay tuned for that. And hopefully you guys are just having a wonderful afternoon. As a few people start to roll in here, let me make a couple announcements. We did not do the Chill with Kills this morning, just had some other things going on. I will get you guys caught up with some gaming videos very, very soon. But tonight, action-packed slate. We've got Fear the Walking Dead spoilers. I've got some Walking Dead spoilers. I'm not going to tell you what's going to happen tonight because we're going to focus on Fear. This is going to be about a 30-minute long video. But on Wednesday, I got some stuff that's going to blow your mind with The Walking Dead. You just got to stay tuned for that. And then tonight is the season premiere of Preacher. So at 11:15 Eastern Standard Time tonight, no spoilers with Preacher. We're just going to enjoy it, sit back, relax, and we're going to do reactions late tonight. So hopefully you guys aren't too tired once that ends. We will be competing with Talking Dead. Sorry, Chris, but my fans are going to come here. They're not going to watch you on TV. And, well, they'll probably watch, a few more will probably watch him. But we will have our niche group. Colorado Kid says, what is Chill with Kills? It's a Sunday morning broadcast I do, usually 11 a.m. Video gameplay, very relaxed, casual stuff. A couple more announcements. Tomorrow night will be random things. If you have some random things, some things that you want to talk about, message me at Kik, K-I-L-Z-H-O-T. And then, of course, Wednesday night we will do Wednesday Walkers. And you will want to stay tuned for that. Trust me, because I got some really awesome, awesome spoilers. Tonight we're going to talk about Fear the Walking Dead. What's up, P-Stuff? Oh, before we get started with this too, let me lay a couple of the ground rules down. First of all, if you are new to this chat, this is going to be, this is like talk radio. We go around different topics, but we will talk about spoilers specifically. If you don't want to be included in the video, don't type anything, because if you type and it's streaming along the side, I'm going to call your name, I'm going to read your comments. I might say, Michaela says, Diane. And I didn't read the rest of the chat, but I may just call on you randomly. Colorado Kid says, right on, I'm going to watch both. I got my mods in here, so that's kind of the way it works. You guys are part of making this video a creation, and then when it goes live, if you guys could just leave some comments when it goes live. And also, the price to get in is to slap the like button. So slap that like button for me before Tommy McCandless gets in here and starts doing a little bit of the enforcing. So, whew. That is, that's a lot of words there. I was rolling through that really, really quickly. So tonight's episode is Burning in Water, Drowning in Flame. So let me give you a tidbit. That's actually a book, and it was written in 1974 by Charles Bukowski. So I don't know if that's going to be a part of the, if the book's going to be in the show tonight. That spoiler information I'll have. But I do have some quotes from that book, so I'll drop some knowledge on that. And I guess that's why they got the name for it, because some of the quotes from the book basically says that life is kind of fragile. Each man must realize that it can all end very quickly. So it's basically comparing our lives on a island of sand. It can just slip away. And I think it was Jonathan Edwards that did what? It was Sinners in the Hands of an Angry God. It was talking about how he equivocated people to being a spider held over a flame and by a small web, and then you could just be dipped into the flame anytime. So maybe Charles Bukowski had a little bit of that, Jonathan Edwards in him as well. Anyway, I don't want to get too literary on you guys. Let's get to some spoilers here. So thanks, and let's get to one of the first Q&As that came out today. Not everybody will pop in for this. More people will pop in tonight because some people don't want it to be spoiled. But if you want to know how the episode is going to begin, so here's what's going to happen tonight. It begins, there's going to be an elderly guy that wakes up in the middle of the night and starts hearing some noises. So he gets up and he sees his wife. His wife is Martha. She's going to be standing in the corner. She turns around, and poor Martha has died in her sleep. She has turned. She is a walker. So he does open his arms. She comes at him, and she tries to bite his neck, and we see the dentures are in the glass, so she's not able to bite him. I'm not making this up. And then he reaches for the gun, and he shoots himself in the head. But when he falls, he hits a kerosene lamp, and the house catches on fire. And that's where you see the fire start. So we're going to get into that, a little bit more on that in 1 second. But as we go, leave your thoughts and comments on what you think about tonight's episode. I'm telling you, it's going to be good. But as I give you bits and pieces of the spoilers, then you kind of leave the comments and make your own assessments with those. Martha, that's right. Look out, Martha. Let's see. Here we go. Who is the long-haired Indian, which we prefer Native American, but who is the long-haired Indian man that is introduced? And his name, ironically enough, is Walker. No relation to the Texas Ranger Walker. And I got a lot of data with the Native American guy. So here's what happens. So there's a search team that had found his camp, and upon searching, well, the search team with Madison and with Troy, they stumble upon his camp. So there's one person that they find. There was a previous search team that was sent out after him. So evidently, whoever got there before Madison's group, they've been burned up. There's a pile of bodies that had been burned. So this is not the first time they've been hunting for this group. But there's one dude still alive. Are you guys ready for this? Because this is going to creep you out a little bit. This is like some Silence of the Lambs stuff getting ready to go down here. Hopefully you're not cooking dinner. All right. Okay, you have been warned. This is what happens. So there's one man remaining from the group. He's strapped to a chair, and he's just like mumbling nonsense. And on closer inspection, you find out that part of the back of his skull has been removed, and the crows have been picking away at his brain. So remember that from Silence of the Lambs, where he took off like the top of his head and he was eating his brain? Yeah. Maybe we'll talk. You know what? That's a topic for random things tomorrow, like memorable movie scenes. So I'm definitely going to talk about that tomorrow. Memorable movie stuff. Okay. All right, let's get back to a little bit of spoiler stuff. So Walker, the Native American, comes out and he says, with the apocalypse, it's now time for the Mexicans and the Indians, he refers to take back the land that the Americans have stolen from them. And he specifically has an issue with Otto's ranch. He says the people are planning on taking the ranch. We're taking it back. And he's set. At first you think he's going to kill Troy, Madison, and the rest of the group. But he finally settles on taking all of their stuff. And the challenge is, can they get back to the ranch before he gets there to kill everybody? Peace Dove's like, awesome! That is awesome. So I'm going to hold it there. There's a couple spoilers. Just so you guys know, these are pretty rapid fire. This is about a 30-minute spoiler session, so we're going to get through a lot of these things really, really quickly. But I will stop. And Master Fame says, come on, Kills, I was eating spaghetti. And you had to talk about, yeah, that's the way we do it. By the way, Master Fame, I had shrimp and fasuli pasta, Blue Apron. So just to let you guys know. I'm liking my Blue Apron stuff. When it goes public, I'm buying it. Oh, man, yeah, some comments. Kind of like some of the Monday people I deal with. Yep, Steph. I know the feeling. Jamie Taylor's just like, who's going to die? Just tell us who's going to die. I will. I'm going to tell you who's going to die. What's up, Xantos? Good to see you. Nikki Sticks. Yum. Lindsay Luke, holy cow, you made it. You did make it. We were just going through. That was spoiler number 2. All right. If you're ready, we're going to move into spoiler number 3. I'm going to give it to you straight. Here you go. All right. So the question came up, does Madison try to manipulate Troy? This is pretty easy spoiler. She's not manipulating him. It appears because, Madison was a high school guidance counselor. She's trying to help him. So from what we've gathered from the spoilers, for example, let's see, for example, Troy has one of his hissy fits, is what they're saying when they're out searching for the helicopter. Madison reminds him how badly his mother treated him, even when he was taking care of her. So a lot of what Madison is doing is trying to get to know Troy. I think she genuinely wants to help him. She's not trying to, she does say in the spoiler, like, the more we know about these people, the safer that we are. So, yeah, she looks legit. All right, next spoiler. While Madison is gone, what happens in the ranch with Alicia and Nick? All right, I'm just going to say it. You guys can see. There's poor Matt. It was with Alicia. That was the artwork we used. So Alicia and Jake are going to get a little freaky-deaky action today. I don't think it's going to go quite that far, but yes, Alicia is going to make the move on Jake. So they had a little bit of that bond. You knew it was going to happen. Everybody, you know, in The Walking Dead, they want all these relationships to happen. Well, maybe they're not happening as fast on The Walking Dead, but in Fear the Walking Dead, tonight, sparks fly. Jake and Alicia become Jaleisha. I guess that's the only way you can say it. All right, we do get Jaleisha. So that is going to go on. Let's see. And Nick tries to make a home for him and Lucy in an effort to convince her to stay at the ranch. So Nick is finally coming to terms like, okay, we're going to stay here. And, you know, all that stuff that goes on with Martha and that death, Nick is going to know about that. And we're going to get into the history of that in 1 second. And he's going to use that as leverage for Lucy to try to say, we can have what they had. Hopefully it doesn't end the same way that theirs end. But, yeah, we're going to say it right now. Just tonight, even on Walking Dead, they're probably going to hashtag Jaleisha. Going to happen. What's up? Kelly Golan's in here. Yep, fireworks before the 4th of July. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Rusty. Appreciate you slapping that like button. Appreciate all of you guys being here. I know not everybody's sticking around for the complete spoilers, but I'm telling you, with these spoilers, I'm liking it. Did Emmy Bacon pop in? I don't. Emmy, are you here? If you're here, and we're not going to do a reaction video to Fear, although we might talk about it just a touch when we talk about Preacher tonight, I get a feeling we've been sort of, we've had this barometer like Fear where it was like a 9, an 8.2, 8.3. I think I got about an 8.1 after the last couple weeks. I think it's going to ramp up tonight. I'm feeling good about tonight's episode, and I'm thinking that we're going to be back at like a solid 8.7, 8.8 after tonight. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. All right, couple more spoilers here. Let's see. Who set the house on fire? So we talked about that. No one set the house on fire. It was an accident. So that is not a flashback. With Russ and Martha is the older couple that had lived there. And we're going to get a little bit, we'll find out a little bit of their history. But that is current. So it's actually happening on the ranch. The house will catch fire. And the house they lived in was actually Jeremiah's house that he lived in with his first wife. And it was also where Jake was born. So Jake was, we don't know if it's where Jake was conceived, but we know it's where Jake was born. And let's see, his second wife had more lavish taste. They moved out. So after the fire, Nick tries to restore the house and then offer it to Lucy for them to settle down and grow old together. So that's the parallel there. What happens? But okay, let's move forward and talk about any questions at this point before we move on and talk about a different topic. I'm going to hold it there for 1 second and read a couple of your comments. So Emmy is here. So Emmy, I'm going to say, I'm just going to pre-predict we're going to say 8.8. Just kind of keep that in mind, write it down, and then if it's terrible, then I'll drop it down in the 7s. All right, let me get a couple of your comments. Who was it? It was Colorado Kid said I do as well. I think it'll ramp up tonight. All right, so we're both predicting that is going to be a little bit more interesting. No war streams, Xantos, not for this war. I just had to focus in on the spoiler stuff this weekend. Limited time. Colorado Kid, we're actually going to segue into what's going on with Ofelia. I'm not starting at 8.9. I think I went down to an 8.2 after the last couple weeks. Not that that's bad, but it was good, especially last week. I enjoyed last week, but I'm not up around 9 right yet. James, you got some catching up to do. This season is, so far for me, though, the best. All right. Transition. We're 15 minutes in. We got another solid 15 minutes to go. I will check back and forth reading your comments, so leave them up there. I'm going to call on a few people. Let's get to the next spoiler. Inquiring minds want to know what happens between Daniel and Strand. After Daniel killed Dante, they leave. pretty simple stuff. We saw that. I mean, we saw that in a sneak peek, right? They are headed back to the hotel to try to find Ofelia. Pause for 1 second. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. I'm going to circle back and we're going to get back to Ofelia. Someone asked a little bit ago, does anyone die in the episode? As far as I know, just the elderly couple. There might be some 1 or 2 offs, but nobody major. So the elderly couple die in the beginning. So Nick and Luciana will travel back to that. Nick does want to stay at the ranch, and he believes they can build something. He tells the story of Russ and Martha. So evidently Russ and Martha have been together since the Korean War. Russ was a soldier who had been wounded, and Martha was a nurse. Russ told Martha he was going to marry her, and they eventually did. They were together till the very end. And Nick tells Lucy, Lucy, we can have something just like that, even at the ranch. All right, now's the time for you guys to get out your tissues, take a moment. Let's let out one big cry for Russ and Martha before we get into Jake and Alicia acting like rabbits. All right, so what happens between Jake and Alicia? Is she manipulating him? What's going on between them? So, as I said before, they do hook up. Alicia makes the first move, and from the spoilers that are out there, nobody thinks that she is manipulating him. It is seen as a solid bond between the two. So, you know, at this point, I think a lot of people are like, is Madison manipulating? Is Alicia manipulating? It's, I guess because of their characters, they have the ability that we always kind of got like one eye on them. Are they up to something? But it doesn't look like they are. Now, we'll say, when they're at their most dangerous is when they are manipulating people, and when I'm afraid that if they let their guard down, they're going to get in trouble. So, for example, Madison is going to be vulnerable if she tries to help Troy, and she thinks she can help Troy. That could be a problem in the future. And Alicia is definitely toughened up, and here's Alicia, she's fallen for Jake, then she might lose that edge as well. I'm not saying that you can't be involved and you can't have feelings and still stay tough. What I'm saying is these two characters in particular, that's their MO. Their MO is that toughness, and it is being one step ahead. And if they're not one step ahead and they're just even with someone, then they could lose their edge. So let me know what your thoughts are about Alicia and Madison before we get to the next spoiler. So as, let's see, P-Stuff, Daniel's daughter is going to be livid when she sees her dad again. If she sees her dad again. All right, we'll talk about that. Adam says, I don't think we really need a love interest right now. Adam, here's the thing that I would say with that, is it's so early in the apocalypse, I'm okay with it at this point. What I'm not okay with, and you guys know I get fired up, is the... is with The Walking Dead. You know, the Daryl's got to hook up with Rosita, Daryl's got to hook up with Jesus, Daryl's got to hook up with Carol. They're so far into it there, and they're getting ready to go to all-out war. I have an issue with it on The Walking Dead. I don't have as much of an issue with it on Fear yet. A little bit longer, yes. Then we'll get back to that. Exactly. Dark Angel, it is definitely a soap opera moment. Michaela's like, Alicia's pretty hot. Well, you know, they're the new glamour couple. Alicia's hot, Jake's hot. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the fact that they're two attractive people. And what's interesting here is, at this point, there are some walkers out there. There is a little bit of threat, but it hasn't hit the ranch yet. All this lovey-dovey stuff, though, when Chief Walker comes to town, it ain't going to be no love scenes. It's going to be fight time. Well, you know, here's the thing, Steph. And Steph says if it's a love interest, she can use Jake to help her family. And that's what I'm saying is I don't know that that's her intent. I think it's just, you know, just time to move on. Just happened. It happened, you know, at the weirdest time when the helicopter went down. Oh, there's going to be some stuff happening, Harley. Don't worry. We'll have our love moment, but there's going to be some action. All right, we're moving on. What's up, Kel? Thank you for stopping in. How does the episode end? Let's get to that, and we'll get some bonus material. So the episode does end tonight. Dun, dun, dun. Here's the drama. Nick waking up in the little house with Lucy gone. Lucy is gone. She left him. And Madison and Troy finally get past their differences, with the search group getting close to making it back to the ranch the following morning. So Nick thinks that, you know, he goes through the trouble. You know, they nursed her back to health, and Lucy bolts. Not good. Inquiring minds want to know any references to Travis. No, but the Native American Walker does confirm that it was his group that shot down the helicopter. They were going after people at the ranch, so Madison does speak up and say, "Hey, you killed one of mine, and I'm not real happy about it." And Walker does seem to apologize, but then he tells Madison, "But you know what? It's unfortunate you got mixed up with the wrong group of people like that." And people want to know what other secrets are out there with Otto. It's getting creepy. I don't trust them. I don't trust them at all. I know some of you guys said in previous episodes they're cannibals. I don't think they're cannibals. But I do think that there's something creepy about them. We're going to find out. And here we go. This is bonus extra material. People want to know what happens with Daniel and Strand. So Daniel and Strand do make it to the hotel. All right, hold on. You guys want to know what happens when they get to the hotel? Type a 999 in chat. I'm gonna put the pressure back on you guys. So if I see some 999s, I'm going to give you the last little bit of bonus spoiler information that I got. This is all I got, and this will be the entire episode. And we're going to make a couple announcements, and we're going to wrap it up, and I'm going to let you guys enjoy your dinner and get hyped up for what I think is going to be a very good episode. She did, Emmy. Lucy used Nick. All right, so here it is. This is the last little bit of bonus information. So when Daniel and Strand make it back to the hotel, Strand says something is wrong. Obviously, the gate is broken down, no guards to be found, and when they enter the hotel, nothing but walkers. So then Strand starts going through his, approach. He starts talking fast, and he finally tells Daniel the truth about Ofelia. He says she ditched Alicia, stole their truck, and just took off. And of course, Daniel does not like it. He ditches Strand, takes the car, and leaves Strand stranded. That's why, now you can see why they call this man Strand, because this dude has been stranded like 3 or 4 times already. I get it. And that is tonight's episode. That is everything that is going to go down. It's going down, down in an earlier round. And it's going to be hot tonight. I am looking forward to it. We're going to have a lot of fun with this episode. A couple announcements I do want to make, and then I'll get back to some of your comments. So tonight at 11:15, so we're going Talking Dead, then we're going Preacher. It is going to be a very raw chat. We're going to get together at 11:15, and we're just going to talk about what we saw, what we feel, what's going on with Jesse, what's going on with Tulip. Tonight, evidently, they are on the road, is the title of the episode, and they're looking for God. So we've seen some of the sneak peeks from it, and it looks pretty exciting. So I'm very excited about what's going to happen on Fear the Walking Dead tonight. Looking forward to Preacher tonight and tomorrow night. We got random things, so it's just our time to relax a little bit. And then Wednesday night, I got some Negan information for you guys. I'm not going to tell you right now, but I got some things that are going to go down that you are going to look forward to. So I'm keeping that on the DL for now. So let's leave it open. Any general comments? We got 2 or 3 more minutes, and then, as you guys know, I'm going to shout out a whole bunch of people at the end of this video, and then we are going to roll out. Colorado kid, everything I do is on Eastern Standard Time. I'm on the east side. Jamie, episode 2 is going to be tomorrow night, by the way. Hopefully, you may know that. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm just saying it is 2 nights. So it is tonight and tomorrow night. No fear reaction tonight. We're going to do Preacher. I mean, there's going to be probably a little fear reaction. We're just going to be hanging out talking about mostly Preacher, but I'm sure there'll be, you know, a question or a comment here or there. But there is a lot of hype. Jesse Walker, I listen to every stream after the fact, but I never got to comment live before. See, that's the type of stuff I want to read right there. So thank you for being here, Jesse Walker. Appreciate you being part of 999 Army. We just got a tremendous group. So I'm going to take 1 or 2 more questions. A couple things that I do want to say definitely at the end of this video. I'll do some shout-outs at the end, but I also want to give a special shout-out to a lot of people that support my channel on a site called Patreon. Deborah Stevens is a brand new sponsor, and you can see at the end of my videos I actually do a thank you, the last maybe 5-10 seconds of that. So real quick, Deborah Stevens, Peace Dove, Jamie Jordan, Harley Quinn, Emmy Bacon, Steph Richardson, Rebecca from Texas, Steve Huffman, Sharon Doble, Diane Estes, Jewel Dill, Brene Harp, Diane Jones, Tommy McCandless, Lisa G, and Burns. Thank you for everything that you guys do on a month in and a month out basis. I really appreciate the opportunity to be here and to be a host and talk about a lot of stuff that all of us enjoy. So appreciate everything that you guys do, and also to my 999 Army. Once the video goes live, you guys can leave some comments on that, and also check out our Facebook page. We got a really cool Facebook group, some good friendships happening over there. It ranges from Walking Dead to, you know, all types of memes that pop up over there, people's dinner, their animals, their birthdays, all of those things. So it's just a really, really cool network. So thank you so much. Appreciate everything that you guys do. So it is shout out time, and we're going to wrap this thing up. Diane, you got to wait. It's Diane's like, why would you do that to us? Because Wednesday night is going to be all about, I've been holding some stuff back, and I just want to talk about Fear tonight, talk about Preacher with no pressure, and then I want to give you the Walking Dead stuff. So thank you, everybody. I want to say what's up to Steph Richardson, also Tobin McLeod, Colorado Kid. If you guys want to shout out, just leave it right there. Jamie Taylor, thank you for being here. Peace Dove, Dark Angel, one of my awesome hosts. Also, special shout out to Dark Angel. Moody Girl can't be here tonight, but you guys know Moody the Muddy Girl, awesome as well too. So both my hosts are just freaking amazing. Thank you for everything that you guys do. Walking Dead Girl, thank you for being here. Aniki, what's going on? Aniki, Colorado Kid, did I shout you out? If I didn't, I'll do a double shout out. Ann Hodge, thank you so much for being here. Walking Dead Girl is like a popsicle on a hot summer day. See, before you even asked for it, I already got you hooked up, Walking Dead Girl. Who else we got? We got Kelly, Go Long Zenier, thank you so much. Michaela, appreciate you being here as well. See that? I already got it, Walking Dead Girl. Nikki Sticks, appreciate it. Emmy Desiree Bacon, appreciate you being here. Lindsay Luke, pleasure as well. And if I miss you, it's never intentional. So sometimes there's a whole stream of people I'm trying to shout out everybody. Just leave me a comment in the next video, and I'll definitely catch you up. Sometimes I do 3 shout-outs for one person. Sometimes I overlook some of the most avid vocal people. Steph Richardson, thank you for everything that you do. Appreciate it. Xantos, what's up? Xantos. We'll get a war stream on the next one. Who else we got here? I will set up the invite for Preacher as soon as this video is done. So if you guys are on the 999 Army page, there'll be a link set up to that as well. Or you can just come back here. I mean, it's going to be the same location. Who else we got? I know I missed some people. I've missed at least 5 or 6 people. Harley Quinn, absolutely. I think we're having some fun with the Preacher tonight. I hope I haven't hyped it up too much where people are going to be like, oh my God, this show sucked. I just got a good feeling about it. All right, looks like some of the people I missed might be on a little bit of lag So I'm not going to keep everybody here for 2 or 3 more minutes. I'll try to do better if I missed a couple of you guys next time. Thank you so much for everything that you guys do, and I will see you at D Mooney. There you go. I see one person that popped up there at the last second that I thought I almost missed. And if I missed you already, sorry. I will talk to you all at 11:15 Eastern Standard Time. Peace.